We are all sitting here shooting the shit.
Yo, what's up? I'm your host, DJ Duss, with my special co-host, Jesse James. Jesse, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up? How's everybody doing?
Buddy, do you want to let people know the good news?
Yeah, so I'm going to be a grandpa.
What?
Yeah.
Now he gets to be the grandfather and walk as slow as one, and now it's legit.
Now my aches and pains are for real.
Now that's no joke now, man.
No, yeah.
Congratulations, brother.
It's going to be a baby girl.
Yeah.
So,
do they have a name?
They're still working on it.
Or does she have to arm wrestle him for it?
Yeah, there's too many. They want to do too many family names.
Man, that's why he's sticking with 6 middle names. You know,
that's pretty much what's happening. I think it's like blah 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 blah
yeah.
Presley. Or it might not even be Presley. I don't know.
Do you even know what the kid's last name is?
Not yet.
No, I meant the boyfriend.
Oh, Daniel? No, actually, I never really asked.
We got to whoop his ass. Anyways.
Yep.
All right. I want everybody to know they can listen to all our episodes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. That's at Shooting the Shit Podcast 1. Also, like our Facebook page. We stream all our videos live on Facebook. Like our page. That's at Shooting the Shit. Oh, I was going to say podcast, but that's a lie. It's at Shooting the Shit. You can also comment and ask questions, man. Or subscribe to our YouTube page. Same thing. You can stream all the live episodes, watch all our old videos, and that's at Shooting the Shit Podcast. Also, lately, good news with us. We're on Let's Battle TV Canada, giving Canada the hottest content every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's at www.letsbattletv.ca. Give me I need a breather.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What the hell is going on? When I think I'm shrinking shit, the shit just gets longer, you know? Also, every Friday night you can come hang out with us. Friday night hangouts with me and Shelby GT. We're going to be talking about anything. We literally want everyone to join us, ask questions, comment. We're all involved. Last time we did this with her, it was dope as hell, man. She's cool. I love Shelby, man. Nice. All right, brother. Introduce your boy, Jess.
All right, we got a guy that I met at work, Marico The Shogun.
Yes.
What's happening, brother?
What's going on, my man?
Hello.
How you doing, brother?
I'm amazing. I'm feeling great. I'm excited.
I'm really happy to have you on, man. Jesse, Jesse brought me onto your music, and usually I can be a dickhead, but I was like, a kid's dope, man. Let's do this. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. I appreciate you showing the support, showing the love. I'm the same way, actually. When people try to show me new music, I don't know what it is. I think it's because of the quality of music these days that it's hit and miss. Sometimes people will show you something that's really trash, or sometimes somebody will show you something that's really good, So.
What it is with today's music is that everyone can do it so easily now, right?
Mm-hmm. Like exactly.
We back in our day, it's like literally, if you didn't have dough, you could have been whack or not. You had to pay for studio time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that is very true.
So yes, back in our time, let's go way back. Yeah, back in our time, we had to give human beings money and let us use their equipment, Mm-hmm. But that's the thing. It was when someone had something pressed, it was like, you know what, I'm going to give these guys a shot because they went right out of their way and paid a shitload of money to get it done. Now music's popping out, dude. I can't even keep up.
Yeah, for sure.
If I could spend a full day listening to people's music, and you know what? But you know what? I take Jesse's ear. He told me he was listening to some of your stuff. He's like, "Give this guy a shot, man."
I appreciate that a lot. Yo, Can I elaborate on something that you said too?
Absolutely.
You said back in the day you needed a lot of money in order to pay people for studio time.
Mm.
But it's like, let's say you even wanted to learn about something like that, like recording or anything like that. You needed to pay money to go to school, or you needed to pay money for lessons or whatnot.
It's true, man.
It's like what's the crazy thing is, like, these days YouTube is such a tool because what I actually record my own vocals. Like, I find it saves money and all that if you record your own vocals. But I learned how to do everything on YouTube.
Of course.
So in this day and age, you can go on YouTube and type in and basically become a self-taught master at audio engineering. When before you would have had to pay thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars. And another big difference from today and from back in the day is there's more software where everything was hardware. Yeah. So things that prices have went down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You used to buy the biggest things, and now it's like everything is literally just your laptop,
on the computer,
a few little tools, and then the rest of the software. I don't know. I like where it is. I get it. But it's saturated a little bit for me. It is a lot of shit out there. So when someone's like, "Yo, you want to hear my stuff?" I'm always like, all right, let's give this a shot, but I have to be open-minded. There's some good stuff out there. I can't be closed-minded, but
For sure.
let's get right into this, man. Where were you born and raised, brother?
I was born actually in Halifax, Nova Scotia. My whole family's from there. I moved to you guys have somebody who's a friend of the show that actually lives
Bamboo
there.
or other coast. Yeah, he's from he's at Liverpool. He's about hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes away from Halifax.
Okay, that's awesome. Liverpool though. I don't like that soccer team, but yeah, I love Nova Scotia. So. I'm a big soccer fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Nova Scotia, that's what's up.
Nice.
Just go ahead.
It's like,
Just who influenced you in being an artist?
influenced me, I would have to 100% say my parents were the main influence because they showed me like a lot of music. But usually when people say who was your biggest influence, they mean like artistically, right?
Yeah, but there's ways. There's always an artist. Like obviously, what influenced me into hip hop. I never recorded a song a day in my life, right? So
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I had Biggie and Snoop that were Snoop's first album was my influence of getting into the game, right? So
For sure. So Biggie himself, a lot of people actually hate on me for saying this, but I'm not a big fan of Tupac. I've heard a lot of his stuff, but it's just his music doesn't hit the same for me.
that's dope.
But
Yeah.
I could listen to Biggie all day long. Like Biggie was the first rapper that I heard that really like took my like breath away, you know? So that's what I'd say my parents were the ones who influenced me to make music, but
Yep.
they showed me Biggie, you know? Biggie was the first artist I really listened to.
See, I always tell the difference between Biggie and Pac with me growing up is Tupac was a very aggressive rapper, right?
Yeah.
So being young and angry, I love Pac. But the older I got, I leaned towards Biggie. You know
Yeah,
that
Biggie had that flow. Eh?
exactly. So for me, the older I got, the more mellow I became. Biggie became, that's for now. If I had to pick right now, it'd be Biggie over Pac. But
I feel that. They're both legends to each their own, you know?
oh, big time.
Personally, I think Biggie's his storytelling and stuff that it really
Big
stood
time.
out to me. So yeah, man. But of course, being a kid from Canada, everybody would be lying if they said they didn't look up to Drake. Like we all saw Drake do what he did, and that kind of before people would maybe even think about making music, and then maybe would put the idea aside because they're like, oh, that's unrealistic, you know.
Yeah.
But then when you see Drake out on tour, being one of the biggest artists in the world, then people are like, yo, like it's possible, you know?
If you look at the Canadian artists, we've talked about this before, was three huge artists would be Drake. You got to give it up to Justin Bieber and The Weeknd. You know what I mean?
100%.
Doing good, yeah.
Like these guys have crushed the game, crushed it. You know what I mean?
100%. They did, and they've passed that pinnacle, that point. They've reached worldwide like fame, you know?
At the end of the day, it's almost legendary. At the end of the day, right? So,
Yeah, for sure. However, it's to be commended even more because like the scene in Canada is not as put together as it is in America. So the fact that they had to climb their way to the top, like using the resources that they did, that's pretty amazing to me, you know?
All right, so tell me. So when did you start taking it seriously? Like going into the studio, you know what I mean? You got your stuff on Spotify and stuff. When did you start taking the game seriously?
When you reach that crossroads, man, in your life where people are looking at you and they're telling you have to decide what you want to be. And like, I'd say it was about 16, 17. Like at that point I had been making music. I'd had a few songs out. I had a few things. It was fun, something to do with my friends. But at that age, I never really thought about like what the rest of my life was going to be like. So at a certain point, I sat there for a long time and I was like, yo, what am I really going to be happy doing? Like happy,
True.
like what am I? And I thought of a few jobs that maybe I was like, man, I could be a gym teacher. Like a gym teacher would make me happy because then I would be.
Hold on. Have you had me as a student? You know.
See, but a gym teacher would be amazing because what's in the back of my mind then is like I'm helping people, I'm affecting lives, you know, all that kind of stuff. But really and truly, like when I was 17, I was like, yo, the only thing that I would be able to do and not regret it is music, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, graduation year probably is when I started taking it very seriously.
That's dope, man.
Nice. If you wanted to turn someone into a fan of your music, what song would you recommend for them to listen to first?
Well, I have something for everybody. I have so many different styles.
But you
I've
know how it
rapped.
is.
Yeah.
That,
You
that
know how
track.
it is. You roll with us. I'm like, yo, this guy, he has music.
Yeah.
You know how the humans are, bro. You have that millisecond of catching their attention. And I
So
know
what
there's something for everyone, but
So what I do is I ask them what kind of music they listen to,
okay.
and then based on their answer, I'll go boom,
Okay,
and I'll
that's
put
fair.
something on for them.
He
Because
hit me up with Jesse James first.
yeah, see, so that's not the same song that I would usually show people, right? So
Yeah.
I
But I
like-
liked it. I was like,
I like that.
so if somebody liked singing music, then I would go and I would show them one of my singing songs per se, because it's not that I'm I'm confident in all my stuff. I just want to show somebody something that's going to cater to them,
Of course. So now, you get into the booth or someone hands you over a beat. What's the process of making a track for you from start to finish?
That's actually a great question. Sometimes I don't even know because
Ta-da, it's done.
seriously. Well, I can explain to you how it works. Okay, like if I hear a beat, I can instantly, as soon as I hear it, know whether or not I'm gonna be able to make a song to it. But
Yeah.
when I do hear it, and I do know that yes, I do want to make a song to this beat, I don't know. It's almost like I go into a trance, and then the song just comes out. Because sometimes it can come out in 5 minutes, and sometimes it can come out in 20 minutes. I guess to put it in a nutshell,
Yeah.
I always know what I want to say, even sometimes when I don't know what I want to say.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
So it's easier to express yourself through music, is what you're saying.
100%. So for example, the other day I was making a song, and I said to my homie, I was like, I don't know what I want to say. I was like, but I'm gonna come in like, and I like,
I know. Yeah.
and then before the end of it, it was exactly that. And I just like pieced the words together like a puzzle. Like it was almost like my brain knew it before I did, type thing. You know what I mean?
First time I've heard that, man.
Yeah.
That's music right there for you.
For sure.
I don't know. I always have Bam's always like, yo, can you help me out with this hook? I'm like, no.
See, some
can't
people, some people have different creative processes. Some people think of things so cerebrally, like some people put so much thought into it. And then again, I've met artists who can't make music unless they're like off the shits drunk. And like, what's the craziest
that's
one
what
I've heard
inspires
is,
them, right?
yeah. And what's the craziest one I've heard is I've met some artists who like you'll be in the studio, a studio environment with your friends.
Yep.
And then when it's time for them to start writing, they either go out to their car or they kick everybody out, or like they can't write in the presence of anybody. Like creative process is such a touchy thing, but I have yet to figure mine out,
Hey,
I
man,
think
you're doing well
Sorry?
though. You're doing well though. So
I appreciate that.
Do you remember your first performance ever?
I do. I remember it very vividly. I have a weird memory, guys. But yeah, I remember my first performance ever. It was in January 2016. I don't remember the year correctly, but I remember it was in January at Ritual.
Oh shit! Here in Ottawa, yeah.
Yeah. So
Did you guys open up for anybody or?
I opened up for a Toronto group called Come Down.
Okay.
So what had actually happened was, and people don't believe me when I say this, but like I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, I want to get my music out there and I want to perform, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was one night, I'm sitting there, it was like 1:30 in the morning. And I was on, I knew about Ritual, so I went on Ritual's page on Facebook, and the owner's email was right there.
Yeah, those dudes used to be old school promoters, bro.
Look here. My homie just brought out a video. Can I show the video?
Yeah,
This is a video of my first performance.
That's dope,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Yeah, so I heard the show was coming up, and I took it upon myself. Thank you, bro. That's awesome. I took it upon myself to email the promoter. His name was Graham. Shout out Graham.
Yeah, Graham. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Capacity. Yeah.
so I messaged him and I said, "Hey man, my name's Marico The Shogun." I sent him. I added the SoundCloud link. I said, "If you need any openers coming up in the future, I got you." And then he got back to me. He said, "Yo, come down to the club and come talk to me. Come pick up some tickets." And I did, and it's been history ever since then.
That's dope, man. Ritual was the history of these guys is these guys were killing it at Babylon. Okay, they
Yeah.
made Babylon $1 billion, and then they're like, enough. They went and opened up their own club, Ritual. Like it was the best business move they made. Why bring, no offense, I love Adam from Babylon's the owner. He gives everyone a shot. I have to give him that. But I mean, when you're a promoter, like a really well-known promoter that brings down artists and gives opening acts up, you know what I mean? These guys were the shit. They had to move over to their own location, which was Ritual. I've had a good time. I watched the Dog Pound. You came with me, Jess. No?
I was there, yeah.
That was
awesome. That was
the
a good
Dog
show.
Pound. Yeah, it was a good show, man.
Yeah, it was a good show.
So
I know Marico. He mentioned to me too in the truck one day that he knows Elon.
Oh,
yeah.
because he does stuff. He did stuff at the Bourbon Room or the Bourbon Room.
Yeah,
I've done stuff. I've done stuff at Babylon.
Yeah.
I think
Nice.
I think that guy Adam that you mentioned, he's a character, right?
Adam. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Adam,
how. Like,
I'm gonna tell you an Adam story about how. Fuck this, man. That's what I got the podcast for.
All right, yeah.
I love Adam. Adam was one of the first people to ever let my feet into a promoting area. Do your thing. But he would always give you a Thursday or a fucking Sunday, and I was like, man, dude, I'm tired of killing these nights. Give me a Friday and Saturday. Make my job easier, right? So he goes, okay, you get Friday, whatever the date was. And I guess one of our partners at the time was a drunk guy. He's like, yeah, we'll pay whatever. I didn't hear this pay whatever shit, right? So dude, we have a bikini contest. We have opening acts. We have all sorts of shit. And
it was busy too.
It was fucking rammed, okay?
Yep.
So the day before, he pulls me and he's like, you have a meeting? He's like, it's going to cost you $500 and usually costs us $100. He goes, and you're going to pay for 2 doormen. I was like, I don't give a fuck if your club gets smashed. Like, why the hell am I paying for your security, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, nope, that's the deal. I'm like, for fuck's sakes. Anyways, all said and done, as busy as I was, as great as the show was, I made negative $200.
Oh. See, that always sucks.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? So if you ever get into promoting, make sure you get some sponsorships to cover some cost of certain things. Live and learn. But, dude, know the details because I couldn't cancel the show. It was too... the next day, Remember,
and you weren't getting any money from beer sales or anything, right? So it was all ticket sales only. And
no, he made a lot of money off beer sales off me.
Yes.
So.
And
you know what?
Like,
sorry,
you have a lot of friends, Joe. So you're trying to get people to come out too. Right?
Oh yeah. Fuck my life. Anyways.
You know what? You know what about that promoting thing? Sorry, we can move on in a second from this topic, but I just feel like I have to say this.
Feel free.
In Ottawa, promoters, trust me. They have the right intention in mind, I guess. They want to throw shows and whatnot, but they just don't do it properly. And that's one of the reasons why Ottawa shows are so hectic and why they don't work out. I've been to Ottawa shows before where the headliner shows up, is unsatisfied with the promoter, and leaves.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is crazy. Friggin', you know what promoters do is they think that getting 7-8 openers and telling them all to stay on stage for exactly 10 minutes, they think that's going to work out. But it doesn't work out, and then the show ends up being late, and then the headliner ends up only having 15 minutes to perform. Like, it just ends up being a shit show,
Well, because the promoter wants you to sell the tickets,
and that's there's a big. I'm not gonna name these guys' names because you know what? I feel like I have a lot of respect for this guy still, despite our bad blood in the past.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Like, think of the biggest promoter in Ottawa, the biggest promoter He brings everybody here. He brings Kenny and Spenny here all the time. He doesn't book me anymore because. One time, he threw a show, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really sell a lot of tickets, but it was just so hectic, and there was so many people coming up to him, and so many performers, everything, I came up to him, and I was asking him for the money. He owed me $100, and I kept saying, "Yo, can I get the 100? Can I get the 100? Can I get the 100?" And it ended up me and him ended up getting in a little argument about it because I guess he felt like I was pestering him, and then ever since then he hasn't booked me ever over $100, So it's like.
Yeah, I feel
so
you.
It's like this promoter, if he was actually a good promoter, number one, would have just shelled off the $100 right there, and number two, this show wouldn't have been that hectic that he would have felt like his head was about to explode. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm gonna chalk it up as a loss. I'll just do my thing, and I'll, I'm sure there's other promoters out there that I can work with, but Ottawa promoters, if you wanna, keep people happy, step your game up.
Absolutely, man. As a promoter, I remember I got a DJ. Fuck, I'm such an asshole if I don't remember his name. It was Kid SL's buddy. Remember the younger guy? The guy was under him. Mm-hmm. He comes in to set up his equipment, and I send him an envelope before he even starts the night. He's like, "What's this?" I'm like, "Your paycheck." And he's like,
What?
He goes, before I start, I said, dude, I'm gonna be so fucking drunk later. I don't want to forget.
That was probably his best DJ set he ever spun.
Dude,
because
I
he
was
had the
so
money
like,
in
because
his
the thing is like,
pocket.
you're here. What are you gonna do? Fucking leave? Like you're here, right? Like,
You're not gonna get past us anyways.
Yeah.
so I fucking slide that thing over, and then you got paid. He's like, it's the first time ever. I'm like, dude, I just want everyone to be happy, taken care of, move on, right? So at the end of the night, when I'm too fucked up and I left, I don't want to be like, oh, as if you got drunk and left and he didn't pay me. I want to take care of everyone first. So that's
sure.
Yeah. Alex, thanks a lot. Yeah, I know I did take care of everyone for myself. A successful show was always negative a few $100s for me, but you know what? It was all said and fun. Our name grew, so at the end of the day, it wasn't a loss. So, so obviously you're an independent artist. Would you ever consider signing with a label, or would you stay independent?
At this point, I'll take what I can get, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would love to stay independent, but let's be real here. The clock isn't getting the clock isn't going any. I'm not getting any younger, is what I'm trying to say.
No, I feel you.
So if an opportunity were to arise in the position I'm in now, I could understand if I was freaking Chance the Rapper and I had millions and millions and I was able to make the choice.
Yeah.
But right now, if the opportunity presented itself to secure a future for my family, to not be a billionaire, but to still have financial stability when it comes to my family, then yes, I would jump on that opportunity in a heartbeat. And other people, other people try to convince you otherwise, and they try to say stay independent. But that's another one of those things where people are going to try to tell you anything, like. People don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. So I watch a lot of people say, stay independent. You make more money. Stay independent. Like, bro, who are you?
But it still takes. We were talking to an artist yesterday. It still takes money.
Exactly.
It still takes a shitload. How do you jump ahead of everyone? Right? You need money. Right? You need to promote your
100%.
stuff. And today's day and age, everything's so fucking bogus. You say you want to advertise a YouTube video, and you're not even advertising. You're just technically buying some dudes from India that are just clicking on your fucking shit anyways. Everything's all fishy. You know what I mean? So it's
For sure.
You don't even know what you're paying for anymore. So it's kind of weird.
At the end of the day, the thing that sells most is talent and authenticity, man. If you're patient. If you're patient, you'll get there someday, but it's like where I'm at in my head is like, I don't want it to be someday. I want it to be as soon as possible because like I want to be able to provide, as I said, like a family off of music and stuff like that, So like, I know it sounds like, I guess a bit scary, but let's say I was wanting to have kids, like I feel like I wouldn't be completely willing to have a child at this point. I'm not saying unless I was a famous rapper, but unless I had like stability, So
That's smart, bro.
So signing a record deal will bring me like one step closer to that, I guess you could say.
Absolutely.
That being said, what's the biggest struggle on being an artist today?
I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Give it to me.
It's that everybody is on their phone and everybody listens to music, but nobody will click on yours. There's so much in your face and so much on the screen, so much happening on a daily basis. It's getting harder and harder to convince somebody to check you out, because we were talking about this earlier. I think before we were on air.
Yeah.
You can have the best music ever, but like to get somebody to go, okay, I'm gonna check it out. Like that's getting increasingly hard. And artists are coming up with more creative ways to get people to listen to their music as well. But I feel like even from when I started, so I'm 23. When I started taking it seriously, I was like 17. A couple of years ago, right?
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, people were in more of a, like people would actually go and click on your link. Now nobody does that anymore. They see a link and they're like, oh, and they just scroll by it. So yeah, again, I'm gonna say that the biggest struggle in being an artist is trying to, well, set yourself apart from the others, and also trying to get people to pay attention to you.
Nice.
I got a side. Oh, you got a side question?
No,
Chris?
go ahead.
I was gonna say I got a side question. It's just now for you. Let's talk about you as an artist. What could you work on? Is it
Me-
marketing, or is there something you can work on that can get your brand to the next level that you would need help with?
Marketing would definitely be one. I feel like I have the right head on my shoulders for marketing, but it's just a lot to handle by myself. Like, for example, even if I want to promote my album, I know trust me guys, I know it sounds hard.
Yeah.
But if I want to promote my album properly on all my social medias, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all of that, and I want to make it look proper, as well as not post the same exact thing to each and every one of them,
Yeah.
that still takes about like half an hour of my day, you know?
Of course.
So, like, I don't know, yeah, the marketing would be one. But to answer your question in a more like to give you your actual
Yeah.
What I need to work on as an artist is not being my own biggest enemy. It's almost like I'm here on my shoulder being my own worst critic. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'll make a song and everybody else is telling me it's good, but I'm sitting there and I'm telling myself, yo, that sucks, you know? Or yeah, sorry, go ahead, Jesse.
That's just like Duss.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking bad, bro.
He's hard on himself, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, that's what once I start getting over that as an artist, because it's the ones where I say, when I finally look and I say, you know what, fuck it. I'm like, I'm gonna drop this one. I drop it and it's like people's favorite song, you know?
So you think you know when it's ready. You think you know when it's right? It's your music, man. It's your feelings, right? So
yeah, I think I need to trust myself more and I need to believe in myself more, because sometimes, again, I get really down to myself, and who knows, maybe it'll be a week that I don't step into the studio, you know, because I'm like, I'm trash.
you have to listen to more documentaries, bro. Music. You'll be surprised on what hits came out and how quick they did it, or what they didn't expect. You know what I mean? So
you know what I heard the other day? I heard the song, the song Billie Jean?
yeah.
I heard that song was mixed like 160 times and they used the second one. So, you know what I mean? It just goes to show music is hard, man. Music is definitely hard, but if you go check me out, I promise you guys I'm not bad.
But it is what it is. It's facts though. Like I listened to a documentary, like look at quick example, man. Walk This Way, Run DMC with Aerosmith. They fucking didn't want that out. Biggest hit ever.
This way.
Yeah, they killed it. They were like, "Fuck, we did it. Russell made us do it. Screw this." I listen to so many music documentaries, and there's always that one hit that they either thought it was trash or they came up with it a stupid way, or they didn't want it to come out. So you check out these docs. I'm telling you, you might be like, "Fuck it." You know what? Put it out there. You know what do you have to really lose?
For sure. Yeah.
Is there an artist or a producer that you would love to work with in the future?
Again, the automatic answer is Drake. But
no Drake. Who else? No, I'm kidding.
Exactly. Producer though?
Yeah, is there someone that produces a beat? You're like, fuck, make one for me, man.
Mike Dean, because Mike Dean is So if you're familiar with Mike Dean, he's one of the GOATs in the music game. You know, if you're not familiar, he's one of the GOATs in the music game, and he works like closely with Kanye West. But he's known for taking an artist and working on their sound. You know, he enhances their sound. Like Mike Dean's worked with Designer and a whole bunch of people. So I feel like if I worked with Mike Dean, he'd be able to bring my sound to somewhere maybe that I haven't brought it before.
That's cool. I like that. Yeah, if you get a producer to probably enhance you a little bit, right? Bring out the best in you. Yeah. I like that. So if you had one piece of advice to give a young rapper coming up, you see him, he's about your age when you first started, what advice would it be?
Don't be mean to people, man.
That's true, huh? That's facts.
Be confident and be and don't be a pushover. Yeah, but don't burn bridges, because honestly, like before you know it, you're gonna find yourself very alone.
Like even with the podcast game, I've had people like come up to me and be like, "I want to start my own," and I was like, where do you want to start from? Like, what do you need? I've never not stopped one human being to do this. I didn't discourage them. I didn't do it's whatever the fuck you need. This is what I did. This is what I use. You know,
for sure.
And it's just, you know, I paid this much, but you could also go this route. It's always enhanced. You know what? It's easier to be a family and all work together and be nice together than just to say fuck you. Because I remember us growing up, we had some great hip hop artists in our city, and I'm telling you, they hated each other, and it never worked. The shows were smaller because so and so wasn't performing, or so and so was hating on this, and this one can't go. It was so dumb. It was so dumb, and we lost out on stuff, man. When growing up, there was Belly with the Capital Profits, and there was Chris Weens and Willie and those guys. Ironic with the Half Size Giants that divided the whole south side of Ottawa, bro.
For sure.
And imagine if they were just level-headed and worked together, or just did a show together, dude. Those things would have been epic. But
and you know what? It's sad to say that a lot of people see success and they get jealous. You know, like when I see certain people making moves, even when I don't know them, I'm happy for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but it's something that I don't know if it's something that we matured. Like I must have been. Oh, Bam is on. Bam's saying calling them haters. Bam's watching the show.
exactly.
Bam,
They're
yeah,
haters,
no.
man.
You know, I think I probably was. I don't know if I was. No, not so much. I remember I went to my own music studio. I remember I had to tell people to shut the fuck up about other people that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
let them do their thing. There's no need for that. You know what I mean? Now, was I jealous a little bit? Yeah. But I wasn't hating on them, you know? The jealousy, I stuffed it deep down inside. But
And
you know,
I think, sorry, I feel like people are drawn in this day and age, especially. Well, okay, maybe I'm making a reach here, but people are drawn to camaraderie. You know what I mean? Like, for example, one of my favorite things to see is like in New York, all these New York artists, they're all popping in their own way or whatever. Yeah. But you watch one New York artist and you see another New York artist in the back going like this. And it's like, okay, and it's like you get excited, you know? It's like people are drawn to camaraderie in that sort of way where it's like they like to see people having fun and they like to see people, I don't know.
I think what went wrong in our day and age, it was the rap beef made it so hype and fire.
Yeah.
West Coast, East Coast beef was so hot. Record sales were going through the roof. So they've just figured, fuck it. We'll start our own beef in our own city and divide the fucking city up. And it was
Pretty much.
It was the worst thing they have ever done. But you're just following what you're seeing, right? So,
and you know what? Sorry again, but I feel like some people, to go on that point, some people feel like they're bigger stars than they are.
So that's a fucking fact.
You know what I mean?
Biggest fact.
All right. So can you name your five top hip hop artists? I know Drake. You're probably going to say Drake.
Drake is definitely one.
He's number 6.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Biggie. I say Biggie. He's the greatest, the GOAT, the best rapper of all time. There's also a guy that maybe people know about that I find is really sick with the pen. His name's Earl Sweatshirt. If you ever actually pay attention to his lyrics, Earl Sweatshirt is crazy, like unbelievable. And then this is another thing I always say to people. So, you know how there's, I guess you could say trap rap?
Yep.
Like that's a genre nowadays, like trap rap, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion, the best trap rapper, my favorite trap rapper, is Quavo from the Migos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Quavo, he's so smooth. Any song that he comes on, he kills it. I just personally, I don't know why, I just love hearing Quavo on certain songs. So how many is that? That's Earl Sweatshirt.
Come on, man. I think it's 3.
3 or 4. 3 and 3.5.
We're getting embarrassed here now. We can't even count up to fucking 3 or 4. This is getting no one judge us.
So the best hip.
So there was
so I have
Biggie, Drake,
and then I'll add Eminem.
Yeah, you have 4.
On there.
You've had 4.
Yeah.
Okay, Eminem on there.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, people can decide to hate if they want, but I know countless Eminem songs off by heart because he's crazy at lyrics too, right? He's crazy. He's
absolutely.
At all that, but here's who gets the final spot for me.
Okay.
You know Guru from Gangstar?
Of course.
Oh my goodness,
Of course. You threw me off. I wasn't expecting you to say that, actually.
R.I.P. Guru. Yo, that guy is nuts. Holy cow.
That's a,
I,
now.
I,
Are you
I, he makes me cry. Anyways, keep going.
so now? Because you've named a few of the old school artists, so obviously you've done
Yeah.
your homework. You went back and researched and listened to some. Because you talk to some of these new guys, and we bring up people, and they're looking at me like I'm fucking insane. Like
I didn't have to. I didn't have to go back and research because it was the first question. Remember, I said my parents were like big.
that's right.
influences?
That's dope. Yeah, exactly.
So here's maybe I should have added this too. My parents had me really young. My mom, I can't tell you her age, but she had me. She had me at 18 years old. So she's a 90s baby.
Oh,
So I didn't grow up in my house listening to all that other old shit that everybody else was listening to. I grew up in my house listening, and my dad too. Well, my stepdad, but my stepdad, who I call my dad, like that's my pops. Shout out, dad.
Yeah.
But he listening, like I'd be playing with my toys, whatnot, and let's say we'd be cleaning the house, or let's say my dad would be tinkering with the computer or something. It would be Biggie, and it would be Gangstar, and it would be all these things. It would be the Lux. It would be all these artists playing in the house.
That's
and
fire.
I remember one time, I went to school in like grade 8, and my friend's looking at me. He's like, "Yo, man," he's like, "I love Biggie so much." And my dad at home, he has like 5 of the same Biggie albums.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so I just grabbed one of them and I went and I threw it at him. I was like, "Here." And it was like the biggest deal in the world. But it's like, for me, it's like, yo, I've been listening to this music my whole fucking life, you know?
He discovered him. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he just discovered Biggie in grade 8. I'm like, is there something wrong with you?
See, but we when I was in grade 8 and 9, there was no fucking internet, right? Or maybe there was. Maybe I don't.
Very slow internet.
I didn't
was
fucking
that?
have.
1927?
Hey.
Give or take. Give or take.
Wait till I see you at work.
Yeah, see, I always poke fun at the older guys because you guys poke fun at me for being young. Sorry, keep going though.
All right. How do
Like
I
a
use this
babysitter.
thing over here? Yeah, so it was like 94, 95, and I remember going to my boy's house. I was probably a little younger, 93, and his big brother is playing Biggie. And I was like, this is fucking dope, right? And then, I copped up the first Snoop Dogg Doggy Style CD, and then, Dre produces it and blah, blah, blah. And then later on, you listen to Ice Cube comes out and you got this TV. But you don't know the history. You're just hearing them while you're growing up. And then you find out that Ice Cube and Dr. Dre were in a group together called NWA. My head almost blew up as a kid, bro. I was like, what? Those guys were what? Like,
Yeah.
now I was like, get me that shit, man. I need to know, I need to know. So
My dad looked at me when I was 6 years old and said, "These are the niggas with attitude."
yes, man. Yes.
Like I knew.
Those dude, it was when I found out it was like a super group, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all right, so COVID comes around, hits us mid-March, man. Did COVID push any shows back for you that you had lined up? Any projects that you couldn't get done video-wise? Did it push anything back?
Show-wise, there was a few things that were in conversation, but it's not like there was nothing I was looking forward to that I didn't get to see, right?
Okay.
Or didn't get to perform at.
Yeah.
But what it actually did was I basically had like a full project put together pre-COVID. And then COVID happened and I did the same as everybody else. I was at home for a couple months just, trying to
pretend that
called?
those things gonna fuck off. That's what.
What do they say? I was flattening the curve.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then,
Flatten everything.
I was boosting LCBO sales.
yeah, I was boosting LCBO sales. But me, no, this is what. Okay, so, I swear it was this quick. It was like the first week or two of the quarantine where I'm sitting there and I'm trying to think about the rollout of the album and how I'm gonna release it.
Yeah.
And the album just wasn't sitting right with me. I was like, this is not it. And I was like, I think I have to reevaluate the project. So I scrapped all the songs except for about 4, maybe 3.
God damn.
And then during COVID, I like reinvented myself. So the answer, what COVID did was it halted that album completely. It deaded off that album. That album's RIP, And then
Now, you feel good about this decision, right?
yeah, I definitely
Alright.
do because now this project that it ended up becoming is like the best project that I've ever
Now,
released.
see,
You know?
I love
Nice.
hearing positive COVID stories. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you got to take with the good with the bad,
I'm telling you, man, we enhanced our podcast. We it was once a week, twice a week, and then we hooked up with a bunch of people from the States and producers and Fuck, man, it's been hitting us good. You know, we're doing we did 5 in the last 7 days. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. Yeah, I'm not complaining, but it enhanced it. It made us enhance the podcast itself, right? So it was definitely great. So, brother, we're gonna go to 10 quick questions, man. We want people to get to know you a little bit more since we talked about music and where you're from. There you go. There you go.
I'm down.
First question, man. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Taylor Swift.
Nice.
First
Now,
celebrity crush.
What
Taylor
video?
Swift.
What video was it? What was it? Shake it off.
What video was it? No, you know what it was? It was actually a picture in a magazine
Yeah.
at school because we had these random magazines at school, and I saw Taylor Swift, and I remember I ripped the page out and I kept it. I didn't do anything weird with it. I just had.
Come on. When I used to rip pages out, there was fucking weird shit going on.
Wait a minute. Why? What the hell? Why is that weird? I thought that was normal.
I don't have to
because the fact that they hold paper is weird. You know, the internet. Come on.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. What's your dream car?
My dream car? A
Yeah.
Porsche Panamera. I don't know what it is about Porsche. People say it's a women's car. I don't understand who decided that it was a women's car.
I thought the 911 was
the guy that can't afford it came up with that.
Yeah. I don't understand who decided that, but it's literally a Porsche 911 with 4 seats, so you can fit the whole gang in the back.
It's a nice car.
Is that I like that car.
Yeah,
man.
me too.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Because I live right down the Porsche dealership. I love that fucking car.
I mean, you used to drive by it and say, "Wow, I love that car."
So, it's not a woman's car; it's an old man's car.
Yeah. I used to say GTR.
Yeah.
But like a GTR, like you can get a GTR. I see GTRs everywhere, but like dream car, like at the end of the day, you know, a Porsche Panamera. If I had one of those, I'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, those are dope, man. So, what was your first job ever?
The one that I'm working right now.
Damn.
I never had a job before. I used to make money in other ways.
Jesse said you're strong as fuck.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesse.
No, man, this guy's crazy, man. Like I sweat watching him work, man. Like,
Yo, for those who
this guy jumps up and down. He grabs drywall, picks it up like it's a piece of frickin' paper, and starts running up the stairs with it, skipping steps.
Yeah.
Skipping steps.
Yeah.
I'm picking up something light, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta try to follow this guy out. I'm like, oh man.
Sometimes you gotta show off, but to those of you at home that are listening, I work with building products. I'm basically a laborer, so I move a lot of stuff. But the motto at work that it works smart, not hard. You know, like me, I always try to find easy ways to do things, and I attribute a lot of it to technique, because I remember back when I first started, I definitely was not moving that fast. Once you learn the proper technique, a lot of it becomes a lot easier.
I can see that. How long you been there?
I've been there since I was 4 years, going on 4. It's like 3 and maybe 8 months or something like that.
How come you don't kick Jesse out of the fucking truck and drive?
He's a really good driver. He's actually a really good driver.
As long as he doesn't fall asleep at the wheel, we're all right.
And me, Jesse's my witness. A lot of the time is spent on my phone. Sometimes I don't even know where we're going.
So it's safer that you're not on the. Okay.
Yo, he's playing music for me, man. That guy's going through his. That's how this came about. He put on some tracks. I'm like, yo, that's pretty good, man. I'm bobbing my head. He's like, oh, Jesse's bobbing his head. And I was like,
yeah. So and another thing too. Let's say we get sent out somewhere far. I get to sleep. Jesse doesn't. You know.
Well, that's true. That's true. Relaxation.
I realize how, like, when they said, oh, well, you know, being in the truck is kind of like your break. Yeah. Well, it is for them, but I'm like, what the fuck? I said, I'm trying to eat my shit real quick, and they're all like, you know, just doing their thing, and it is what it is, right?
Yeah, you gotta eat it while you're driving.
Oh yeah, I know about that too, man.
Yeah, Joe's a driver too.
Yeah, I know all about that shit.
That's right. So we used to work together actually before I came here. Yeah, so it's great. Can you name one thing that's on your bucket list?
Personally, I want to people say travel, but I have on my I have a bunch of different things. I want to go see the Eiffel Tower. I want to go see the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I want to go see the Great Pyramid of Giza. I want to go see all these places. I want to go all around the world, the 7 continents. I want to be able to say I've seen it all. You know,
that's dope.
With my own 2 eyes, yeah, for sure.
That's dope. So, of all the places you performed, which one was your favorite?
Toronto. There's a club in Toronto. I forget exactly which one it was, but the whole experience of going to Toronto, staying in a hotel,
Yeah.
all of that, the Toronto energy, they showed me love. I like performing in Toronto. I can name a Ottawa club though.
Yeah, name one. Toronto's one. No, name one in Ottawa.
But I headlined Bourbon Room, and Bourbon Room, they always showed me love every time I was there. So shout out Bourbon Room.
Absolutely, they've always done. Same thing with me with DJing there for sure.
Yeah.
That's right. What's your favorite TV show?
Of all time, Naruto Shippuden. I'm an anime guy, so I'm probably gonna name a bunch of TV shows that you don't
Look,
know.
Alex pop up some. Alex, he's DJ one up. He's always on the show.
Yeah.
Every time we have an artist, and they always say some anime. I knew you were gonna say it. I didn't know, but I knew. I knew you were gonna say anime.
But-
And he's a big anime guy.
Yeah, but
He wants me to get an anime podcast one night, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness gracious!
There he
But
is.
I
Anime.
can name another
Anime.
show though. I can name another show.
Yeah, do it.
Like a drama, just a drama. I'm a movie connoisseur. I'm a TV connoisseur. I love film. Like I want to act one day too, but I like watching shows like Peaky Blinders. Like if you've ever seen Peaky Blinders.
Actually, Alex, funny. Alex told me to watch that one too.
Yeah. I like watching shows like that. See, Alex, you know your stuff.
Yeah, he's asking me what's your favorite
Jitsu.
jutsu? Yeah.
The one that Minato does when he puts the paper on somebody and he transports right behind them. The one that only the fourth Hokage can do.
All right, you guys can let us know when you guys are done. I have no idea. No idea. But yeah, it's anime's been big, man. Everyone we've interviewed loves that stuff. Now you know we're officially old now.
For sure.
He says dope, man. He says dope. Alex says dope.
Yeah.
All right. So besides music, man, do you have any other hobbies?
I love playing soccer. I think I'm better at playing soccer. No. Yeah, people
Here
say
we
I'm a
go.
good artist. Like I'm better at playing soccer than a lot of things. I should have played soccer.
You can tell he's a soccer player. The guy, though, he's fit. He can sprint. He doesn't run. He doesn't stop. Like,
Do you still play? Do you ever have a chance to play some like in an adult league at all, or?
For sure, I was playing on a team in the summer. I go out on Wednesdays, Sundays, various days, and I kick the ball around. You know, I love going out there, and you see, I smoke a lot, so I feel like I'm doing myself a justice by getting out there and working out the lungs. You know.
That's good.
So I asked you about your TV show. Do you have a favorite movie?
Inception.
Never
The
heard
movie
of it.
Inception?
Don't give me that look, man.
People
What
in
is
the
it?
comments.
CB4.
No,
Did you hear?
I've never heard of it.
It's a crazy movie. It's with Leonardo DiCaprio. If you're gonna
That's
watch
why
it,
we didn't. You know why we don't like Leo? Back when we were young,
Yeah.
Leo started in a movie called Titanic,
oh
Yeah.
and
my
all our
God.
girlfriends masturbated to him, and we don't like him.
Like him.
Yo, you guys are haters.
Yeah, that's where it
we are.
started from. Yes.
Wow. Anyways, if
fuck
you're gonna
you,
watch this
Leonardo.
movie, please pay attention and don't watch it and ask me what the hell you just watched, because when you watch it, you have to really pay attention. Sometimes I watch the movie with people and they look at me, they're like, "What the fuck did that whole thing mean?" And I'm like, "Bruh." But still, yeah, no.
Well, like, see, with Leo, I only saw Titanic, and then I saw Basketball Diaries, and then I said, never again. Like, I was all drugged out and tweaked, and I was
I'm
like,
not gonna lie to you. I like him in Wolf of Wall Street, though.
Yes, that
Yeah,
was a
for
good show.
sure.
That was a good
For
one.
sure.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Now that I like him a little bit, and my hating degree kind of slacked down a little bit, maybe I should go back and watch it. You know.
Alex said,
I'll
"Fuck
check it out."
Leonardo" as well. I'm looking at the comments right now. That's
Alex.
so funny.
See, his girlfriend masturbated to him too. That's why I'm telling you, bro. That's those are the things. We
Yeah.
were like,
you didn't have you. All our girls were like, "Oh my god!"
no,
Leo."
but dude, I tried to dodge that bullet, right? Like I remember my girlfriend at times like, "Oh, me and my sister went and saw Titanic." I was like, "Fuck, thank you." A week later, she like, "I got us tickets to the Titanic." I was like, "Well, you already saw that shit. Why do I gotta go?" She can be romantic, and you know they ain't romantic. They're sitting next to me, just drooling over this fucking guy. And you know why I hated that movie? Because the girl that he's banging in that movie is not even hot. It's like, give us something too, you know? No.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
He said
she was a weirdo.
In Titanic, the girl wasn't even hot.
Nah, we got fucked out of that movie,
Yeah,
man.
Rose was best.
Yeah, Rose? Beat it, Rose. I would have thrown Rose right off the fucking boat. That's my raft.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Keep the jewel and throw her over.
Yeah. Eh? Wow.
Who
you
knows?
guys are
Everyone's
funny.
dying anyways. I know, we're ruthless sometimes.
No
That's what
comment.
happens. That's why you hate a little bit. That's what happens. All right.
Yeah.
So
No.
what's your favorite food, brother?
Lasagna.
Ooh, like homemade lasagna?
Me too, man.
It doesn't even need to be homemade. It could be out of the box. It could be
I've
from
tried
the
some out of
grocery
the
store.
box, man. I want to punch the people in the face that made them. Some of them are devastating.
Are
I
you
love
Italian?
lasagna.
No.
No.
I should
Okay.
be. But I
You
love it.
should. Jesse should be. He's fucking
Yeah,
pasta.
I
He's made
love-
out of pasta. That motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I'm
I'm a big
half,
jelly pasta roll.
I'm half Italian. I don't know much about my Italian side because my biological father, he kind of hit the lickety split when I was born. You feel me? But
You got soccer out of this though.
yeah, but my other half, Jamaica has a pretty decent soccer team too. So
Oh, that's true. That's true.
yeah, but 100%,
It's
100%.
built to play soccer. Then.
Yeah,
Jamaican.
exactly. But yeah. So lasagna is definitely my favorite food of all time. But to just to put it out there, I don't really eat anything that doesn't have cheese on it. It has to have cheese on it for me to like really want to eat it. To be honest,
Don't you like sushi too, though?
I do, but I like sushi with the cheese inside.
Fair enough.
They're called Ottawa rolls. I'm pretty sure when you go to 168 Sushi,
Oh,
they put a
those
little
are-
Ottawa
piece
rolls.
Those
yeah.
are good.
Is it
yeah,
poutine? Poutine roll?
they put a little piece of cream cheese in the sushi.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness gracious!
Yeah.
Holy
Haven't-
cow!
Haven't been since COVID. That's probably my biggest like miss is the all you can eat. They won't let us in those fucking places. Still.
For sure.
They're like, "Do you want to order?"
100%.
I'm like, "Can I order? Can I just sit at my car and you just keep bringing it to me? What the fuck do you want me to do here?" Like, I'm not gonna just fucking order $20 worth and you give me like 9 rolls. No,
Yeah.
no, I want to
Yeah.
try and put you out of business. You know, so
Yeah. But again, though, the sushi thing, sushi Japanese, Marico the Shogun, Japanese.
I love it.
You know,
Talking about that, brother. Let people know. So you're all on all major streaming sites, right? Like Spotify, Amazon Music, and all that stuff, right?
yes, for sure, everywhere. Go check
Also
me out.
YouTube. And then
YouTube.
what's your Instagram?
My Instagram's the exact same thing.
Same.
Just spell out the name, Marico the Shogun.
Just
And
want to
you
make
should-
sure because when I always get people to say it because even though we can see it, if they're on Spotify, they can't see what we see. So I always have
Okay.
to I always have to remember, be like, check this guy out, and I don't fucking say a word. And people on
Awesome.
Spotify are like, what the fuck's this guy doing? You know. But
Awesome.
to end the interview, man, I want to end the interview with your video, "No Hard Feelings." Tell me a bit about that, man.
That is actually something that I did with my friend Danny. If I'm not mistaken, that's the first video that we did together because we knew each other for a long time. But he just he decided to pick up a camera and start filming, and you know, we put both our heads together and we decided to make it. It's a song. It's a little bit older. Like I've come out with a couple projects since making that song, but it still has a relatively new sound because like that
It
was
does.
when I was coming into my own and really like becoming me, like who I am like now. You know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I know. I love it, man.
Yeah.
That's how we're gonna end the interview, brother.
Okay.
Thanks for your time, man.
Thank you
for shooting the shit
guys.
with us,
Yo.
man.
I appreciate you guys a lot.
Well,
That was
anytime
awesome.
we get some new projects coming out in the new year, let us know, man. We're gonna get you back on, brother.
Okay, thank you so much. You guys
Peace,
take
man.
it easy, eh?
Later.
Take care, brother.
Bye.
No hard feelings, baby girl, you know that it's no hard feelings. Oh, yeah, no hard feelings, baby girl, you know that it's no hard feelings, baby, yeah. Hard feelings, baby girl, you know that it's no hard feelings, baby girl, you know that. Oh, girl, you know that it's no hard feelings, baby, 'cause I broke your heart and I ain't mean it. You went through my text while I'm sleeping. Now you going off and you got me on the defense. Like, whoa. Now I'm diving off the deep end. Baby, I just fuck on these hoes for no reason. Yeah, I don't even know why I do it. Every time I walk up in the spot, I got them watching. They wishing that your main chick now she flocking. You tripping around me. I don't be no fake friends around me. No handouts, get your hands from around me. Hey, get your hands around me. Ballin' like got all these bands around me. Hey, there's all these bands around me. Pull up to the spot and they dance around me. Yeah, they gon' dance around me. Yeah. No hard feelings, baby girl, you know that it's no hard feelings. Oh, yeah, no hard feelings, baby girl, you know that it's no hard feelings, baby, yeah. Hard feelings, baby girl, you know that it's no hard feelings, baby girl, you know that. Oh, girl, you know that it's no hard feelings, baby girl, like.